do it.
Yo.
Does that work?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Sweet. What's up? I'm Micah. I guess I have never met you.
Yeah, Micah, this is my sister
Micah.
Allie.
Nice to meet you.
Allie, so Micah is Patrick Mason, who shot the video for Holiday. This is his brother.
Oh, wow.
So when I spent like 4 or 5 days sleeping on y'all's couch, they lived together.
Nice.
I got to know Micah, and we jammed at night a lot.
That's awesome. What do you play,
Yeah.
Micah?
I play a guitar, basically just acoustic at this point. But
He's a really good singer.
that's kinda... Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting back to it. I guess if our sounds and everything is good, I never do introductions. I'll just do a little intro so that we can actually start with it or whatever.
Sure, man.
Yeah. Well, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. These are the Northerners, Justin and Allie. What's up, guys?
What's up? Thanks for having us on, man.
Yeah, thanks for doing it.
Waving, no one can see
What?
you.
Yeah, but it's going to be a video.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I was like, we're
Yeah.
on podcast. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
to the podcast listeners, they're waving. I can try to describe what they look like, or you can just go to YouTube. Either way.
That's right.
But, dude, I've been listening to the music. That Boosie Pop song is that's off the chain. That's a great one.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, what was the process? I guess for people that don't know, you guys were playing together. Was it you started maybe 6 years ago to Northern Star, something like that?
Yeah, 2012.
Yeah, and then took a bit of a hiatus. Was it about 3 or 4 years, something like that?
Like 3.
About 3 years, yeah, 2015, and then we got back together just a few months ago in 2018.
Nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I'm glad you guys are back. I see you playing all these shows. I'd love to come see you play.
Come on down, dude.
Hell yeah.
Always have a place to stay.
So what was the process of kind of getting back into it? Did you have something that inspired you, or what was sort of the turning point of like, we got to do this again?
Do you want me to start?
Sure. I was like, do you have a story?
I kind of do. Now that I think about it, it was. I mean, there's, bands are really tough to keep together with so many personalities, and it was really, we started so young. I mean, Allie was 20 when we started, so after like doing that for 3 or 4 years, and we had decent success in Virginia, it was just like, I don't know, it was just became like really, really stressful. So then we decided to give it a rest for a while. Allie moved to the Virgin Islands.
Yes, I did.
St. Croix.
Nice. We'll definitely have to talk about that.
And then we wound up like reconvening because we have family in North Carolina and Raleigh. So me and Allie wound up both living in North Carolina for 2018. And we said, well, we're both here. We might as well start playing acoustic shows. Mm-hmm. So we went out and played a bunch of acoustic shows in 2018, just in Raleigh.
Like open mics
open mic nights
stuff. We did a So Far Sound show as well.
So Far Sounds, yeah. Basically started from square one in Raleigh. And then I got a job up here in Richmond. And now Allie just moved back to Richmond. And we're like, well, let's just do this with the band again.
Yeah.
So
round 2. Now we're like older, wiser, have our shit together a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the goal in life.
I'm not 20 anymore.
Can we curse on this show?
Yeah, you can do what you want, yeah.
Okay, great, sorry.
It's all good. Yeah, I basically just let the guests say and do what they want. It's all good.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. So what you guys been up to other than, I know you're working at the studio now. Mm-hmm. How's that going?
It's fantastic, man. It's pretty much like a dream job. It's a beautiful, beautiful recording studio built by this famous architect named Peter Grunheisen that did like Fox Newman scoring stations and like Sony Music Japan and the Dave Matthews Band studio. So it's like I get to work in this like super awesome environment every day, which is it's just super. Yeah, it's just really, really cool. So I'm lucky, and then we're also get to record there. So that's a big part of it too. That's where we did Boosie Pop, all the tracking and mixing for it.
Yeah, and they have a great team of people there too.
Yeah.
I would, not even because we're affiliated, but I would highly recommend Red Amp. Mm-hmm. This is not a plug, though. Yeah. I'm just saying in general.
Nice.
They're awesome.
Well, doesn't Julian Coyner record there too?
I don't think. I'm not sure.
Faceless Ones. Does he record there?
I don't know.
I'm giving like a false shout out. Never mind. Shout out to you anyways, Julian.
I know through Instagram through your brother.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, he hasn't recorded there since I've worked there.
Okay, it must be a different spot then.
That's all right.
Either way, yeah. So how is it moving to the Virgin Islands? I don't know much about that place at all.
I didn't either. I went on vacation there, and we were there for like 9 days. And my friend who came with me got a job offer to work on a boat, and we were like, she's like, "What if we came back here?" Because her and I were going to move to Colorado. She's like, "Well, what if we just moved here and see how that goes?" And it kind of just like spun out into this thing. Like the band had kind of disbanded. It was I graduated school. It was just kind of like a good time for a change, and we ended up moving there. And I actually hated it when I first got there because I was so overwhelmed by how laid back it was. It's like I went from like a college, like rigorous schedule, band practice and all this stuff, and then it's like hang out, have a Heineken. I was like, what are you saying? But after a couple of weeks, I was like, okay, I get it. It's a beautiful place. It's St. Croix. It's like right next to St. Thomas, I guess by Puerto Rico and stuff like that. But I highly recommend that place. That's probably my favorite of the 3 U.S. Virgin Islands. But nice. It's a wild ride. It's a wild place.
I mean, it sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. They know how to party down there for sure.
Oh, I bet. Like, island culture is always great.
They love a good parade, and they'll parade for no reason. It's just great.
I mean, you might as well just parade for fun. Like, here we got to have, like, some big cause or something. It's like, why not do it because you like it?
That's what's so great about New Orleans. They do those, like, second lines where they're, like, every, I think, Saturday or Sunday, they're like, let's just dance in the street. And I'm like, parade. I love that.
There needs to be more parading.
Yeah, but not, like, the one that just happened on Saturday, St. Patty's Day. That's a kind of a mess.
Was it? Oh, Shamrock the Block.
Was that bad?
Drunk people on the street going nuts.
I've never been to it. Once I saw, like, some videos surfaced, like, 4 years ago. And it's basically, I guess it's like,
it's just drunk
bands
in the
play,
street.
and then people just like dress up in green and get really.
It's like any St. Patty's parade, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I guess is fun for some.
And then there's all these videos of like people getting beat up by the cops, and like it was just like I was like, why would you? I mean, who would see? I just don't get it. It's not my thing. It's not. Okay. I don't want
anyone to punch me in the street or anywhere. So
yeah, I'm not trying to get involved with that.
But we should have more parades in general.
But, yeah, we just need them for.
Just control yourself.
Don't hurt anyone.
Yeah, some chill parades, you know.
Yeah, chill.
Keep it light. Keep it light.
Very light.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen the Santa events they have?
Whoa.
Where they get like thousands of Santas. Yeah, SantaCon, that's it.
Yes. Ooh. I know they do one in New York City. I don't know. Do they do one here? Or any like in a city that is near here?
I don't know where else they do. I think there was one in Chicago as well. But I don't know. There's a lot of anti-Santites out there. They put up a lot of no Santa signs.
No.
Is that just to be funny?
No, they literally don't allow Santas in their buildings, like their establishments, because they're usually drunk, wild, like party boys.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes sense. Okay. Well, yeah, because it's just like a wild event. They're like,
I see.
Maybe they're pro Krampus. They do the Krampus march in Carytown here. It's like the evil like Santa, or like he's like I don't know. He's like the.
It's like half goat or something.
Antithesis.
Yeah, he's like the villainous Santa. So they do like people dress up like him and like go bar crawling here. Another parade, great parade.
Hey, great parade, all that.
Wow, I didn't know about the Krampus like counter protests or whatever.
That is. Like, pro Krampus, anti Santa.
I don't know. I saw a Krampus movie and it was trash. So I don't know. I'm not.
Was that the one with the family and they were stuck inside and the Yeah,
I don't know.
It was wild. I couldn't tell if it was a comedy or like a bad horror movie.
I think it was bad, for sure. Yeah. I think that part is accurate. Beyond that, I'm not sure either. I think that was the problem.
I'm not scared. I'm like disturbed, but it's also silly.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
I should be fair. It wasn't that bad of a movie. It just wasn't amazing. The fact that I remember it must have been okay.
Yeah. Right. Stood out.
Yeah.
Horror movies are tough, man.
They are tough. They have to be like criminally disturbing to make an impact and be like a good horror film.
There's so many bad horror movies.
I like those though. Like I love like the Leprechaun series
Yeah.
and like
It's gotta be bad in the right way.
Yeah.
It can't be bad. It's gotta be like bad, but like funny. Like there's like an art to making like a bad
like a
horror
good
movie.
bad
Like a good
movie.
bad movie.
Like Revenge of Pumpkinhead or
I'd rather watch a
something.
bad movie than a mediocre movie.
Oh, sure, yeah, they're much funnier. I have a whole
Yeah.
list. Like we can talk about that.
The Boy is one of them.
them.
If you haven't seen The Boy, that's a laugh, man.
I haven't seen that. What's that about?
Okay.
It's like the family that like has a doll as a son, but he's like the boy.
And
they like, hire
they get
a
like
nanny.
a babysitter, yeah, to watch this boy.
Okay. Who takes that job? Get out of there. Like, what are you doing? Turn around. Like, come on. Like, what the hell?
Already funny.
Be like, I'm good. No boys here, just a doll. I'm gonna go now. Yeah, that's really funny.
I feel like any place I go and there's Victorian era dolls and not a child, I'm out immediately. Even with a child, I'm probably still out.
Definitely.
Yes. Agreed.
Oh yeah. So what are
Dolls. Sorry.
no, go ahead. We can talk about dolls. I don't know anything about dolls.
don't
We can do the deep dive on our doll knowledge. It's probably not a very deep dive
on
though.
dolls.
So what else you guys got going on? I know like it's funny like I don't know how big your family is, but the dynamics between siblings, like being creative, is always interesting in my family because there's so many of us and either we clash or we vibe at these different levels. But I realize for creativity, there's a certain level of like closeness and openness that really allows me to just kind of make a lot of mistakes and go crazy when I'm trying to write stuff. And I don't know, the way your music is, it's pretty wild and free. I kind of sense that's basically how you guys are with the creative process. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I'd like to know more like how do you guys kind of gel when it comes to putting stuff together?
Do you wanna?
We have to hold a tribunal to see who will discuss this. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's basically me writing stuff and hoping Allie will like it.
But like it is, we're very open with each other, and like
that's it.
It is. We let each other know how it is. Like I never feel like you have to be shy.
I wrote a bunch of stuff that like Allie was just kind of like, it doesn't fit, you know. And then like to me, I'm like, oh, that's a fucking good song though. And I'm not saying that she's wrong, but it's like there's a lot of stuff that I've written that doesn't fit the band. So sometimes it's me like sort of.
Well, that's important to differentiate too, because if you throw everything into the band, it's like, whoa, you kind of have to have like a little cohesion. And
so she's really good to sort of narrow down like what's gonna work or what's gonna not, and give a really good objective opinion on it. And then from there, it's like, okay, like what key is it gonna work in, and let's try it with the band. And see how it
blunt.
Yeah, she's pretty blunt. Like so it's great. So she'll tell you like, yeah, that sucks, or like, yo, that's awesome, or I love that, and you're like, okay, great, and then you're confident in either way. Honestly, if it sucks, I believe her.
Yeah, I'm not trying to sabotage you.
You know, and she's the one who's probably gonna sing it, so it really is, you know, it really is up to her.
Yeah, he's like the mastermind, and then I kind of tweak things and more of like an editor, I guess.
Yeah. Allie definitely she's like, I mean, God, she can sell a song better than anybody.
Whoa, thank you.
I mean, it just makes my job a lot easier. Like if I couldn't be up there singing those songs. There's just no way. It really wouldn't be as interesting. Honestly.
Well, we've all seen a guy with the guitar. You know,
yeah, I know.
Well, that's what I was like, when I try to like sell us, I'm like, well, you know, there's like something about a female vocal dynamic, even if it is as like backup or background, it just adds like there's just a different, and creates like a difference, I think. Yeah,
like that tune Black and White Pages, and you did that with your sister, right?
Yeah.
The voices just like work. I don't know why there's not more like female lead vocals, or even bands that have a male and female lead. it just I mean, to me, it just works so well. And maybe we're biased because that's what this band is.
Because men are narcissistic.
But
They
I
want
really
all
think,
the
like,
spotlight.
I think for an interesting show, having, different people sing lead
Sure.
during
Yep.
it.
Well, even singing together, like we're
And
not
singing
like
together, too.
harmony masters, which we're trying.
Yeah.
We need to get better at that. But I think even that, like people harmonizing together, just adds like depth
Yes,
to a song
definitely.
versus somebody by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Even myself, if I could write a song, that would be really cool. But nope, not yet.
You definitely could.
I
think
could.
you could,
I
too.
don't know how
I
good
think
it
you
would
could,
be. It'd be more just like
She's just got a crazy unique style, so
Yeah.
it's like when I write it. She just, when it goes through her like paintbrush or whatever, that vessel, that whatever it is, it really colors it up in a really cool way. So I'm pretty lucky as a songwriter.
Yeah, and I gotta say I agree. Having that dynamic, like I'm always trying to get, when I'm writing stuff, someone else to sing with me. Like I love having another voice on there because I'm like, I don't feel like it's always that interesting. Like you said, just a guy with a guitar. It's like, it's good, but it's like you gotta stand out, I think, and having something kind of cut through some different energy, different vibes. I think that, I mean, like Black and White Pages, like it was a boring kind of little song that I sang in my bedroom that was like 2 minutes long. And so I brought it to my sister. I'm like, all right, tonight we're going to write a bridge. And then she just wrote the bridge, and that's like the main hook of the song.
Oh, no way.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty,
That's
pretty
sweet.
dope.
And it's cool to work with your family like that.
And his brother did the music video for it. Didn't that get like on a Vimeo? Was that like a Vimeo staff pick or something?
Yeah, it got staff pick.
It's a video sweet.
I have
We'll
to
watch
watch
it when
it,
we're offline.
We'll watch it right now, and then you can film
We'll
our
pause there.
reaction.
I have to make,
Yeah.
It's a reaction video.
it might, I got to make sure it's still up there. I'll have to check. I haven't seen that in a bit.
It better be.
Yeah.
Why'd you take that down?
I don't know. I get weird.
We can understand. It happens.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, I was even thinking like Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros, like their best song, the girl sings half of it, and then she doesn't sing like on anything else, and I was so
That
disappointed.
happens all the time. I've seen that at a live show, and I
Big
won't
mistake.
say who it was, but the girl sang, I think, one song by herself, and people were just like screaming
Oh,
because
wait,
they
I
were
think
so excited.
Are they from?
They're not from here.
Okay.
No. They played here. They played at like Friday Cheers like 5 years
Okay.
ago. But like the girl sang, and like everyone was just like,
Oh, I know.
like going nuts, and then she really never did anything after that, and we were like, can't you gauge that
Dude.
reaction? Like people are literally losing their shit because she has an angelic voice. Like let her sing.
Yeah.
I go off on a
Start like
whole
bringing
rant.
signs. Let her sing.
I mean, man, we always talk about this within our band, or at least me and Allie, and we discuss it with the other band members too. But like crowd, like there's so many groups I feel like that don't understand like crowd reaction.
Mm-hmm.
That they're so in their own head that they don't understand if something's working or not working.
It's like understanding
And that's
what
a huge thing. Like that's not the only band that I've seen that has had someone else sing a tune or something happen and people go crazy and they never do it again. Like double down on what's working. Like,
well, that's it's
I've
like
seen
checking in with yourself.
I've
What's
seen
working?
some groups in town and it's like, they'll have like a rapper or like a female lead singer and she's just crushing it, and then they'll go off into like, then everyone will leave the stage and they'll have some like, they'll like the guitar player and the drummer will just riff for 10 minutes and then you're like, I'm like,
Everyone
everyone's
smokes a
smoking
cigarette.
Like everyone's walking to the bathroom, but like how do y'all not
Unless
see
that's a
that?
planned intermission.
You know what I mean?
Like,
It
hey,
was
everybody
not.
get a breather. I mean, no, I know it's not, but that would be
like,
the only
paying
acceptable
attention to
reason.
the crowd, like, I mean, we've played like hundreds of shows at this point, so we've gotten better at it. Like we used to have really, really long guitar solos and stuff, and we literally had to have like a meeting about it. And we were like, no, like, we're just not gonna have like 36 bar guitar solos.
Yeah.
It's a learning process.
It's a learning
though.
process.
We have to
It's
figure
like,
out what works and what doesn't.
Like, by the time guitar player looked up, like no one was there, and it's like, and it's not, it's just, that's kind of what made our band sort of form around songwriting more than jamming. You know, we used to jam a lot more, but
yeah, I
we've
feel like
kind
we
of
were
realized
almost a jam band for a hot second.
On it.
Our crowd base was jammy, which is great and fun. I love tie-dye. And I love all of that. But it was funny. We were like, yeah. But like people were selling like crystals and beads at our shows, and we're like, I didn't know we were that band, but I guess we are. That's okay.
Turned into a fish kind of band or something.
Yeah, it was like interesting. It was for a second, which was fun. Great time.
Yeah, it's all good.
Never a dull moment.
I mean, I thought I was a rapper for a little while, so you know, you got to try different things.
Hey,
that's beautiful.
Yeah, no, I think that's real, man. That's a great point. You got to try different things.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it kind of helps connect you to what you really like. Because after trying a bunch of different stuff, I'm kind of just back to playing the guitar and trying to scream and do more kind of punk folk, whatever the hell I want to do. Which is,
well, it's like you got to figure out what doesn't work sometimes to figure out what works. It's kind of with like any avenue in life.
Yeah, I feel like. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I think I cut you off there.
Oh no, you didn't. Please carry on.
Okay. I'm just a narcissist now. Yeah. What was I even thinking? I feel like vocals, if you're not really vibing with the style you're doing, especially for me, like I don't even sound good if I don't really feel what I'm doing. I think it's a mental thing. Like your brain isn't excited and isn't into it and doesn't feel natural, and so you're not really flowing, and it's easier to get off key or be
tapping into that creative side where you're like feeding off of what you're putting out there, which I think makes a show and something so much better. Like it'd be like if you were writing just jingles, you'd probably be like, I don't feel fulfilled. I don't really give a shit about these jingles right now.
That's weird. I honestly had never thought about that because I've never sang anything that was. No one ever wrote something for me to sing.
Well, yeah, that's
and now
what I'm
I think
saying,
about your process, like, yeah, like I give you a tune and it's like not quite your style or your flow, and you're like, if it's not speaking to me, like how am I supposed to be like on stage, like you know?
Well, I mean, luckily your music, I really like your songwriting, but I think that's with like any art form, a commission piece. I have a friend who does like graffiti stuff, and when someone commissions a piece, it takes him forever to finish it. He's not motivated, but when he's doing his own stuff, he'll get up at like 6 a.m. just to go paint. And it's just like that difference where you're stoked about what you're putting out there, so it's like inspiring.
Yeah, I think the whole idea of like getting signed or like having a genre or playing to a crowd kind of just like limits your freedom. And I mean, I see how you guys perform on stage. You perform very free. It's like if you were being told what to do or didn't have like that kind of natural expression happening, I mean, what would be the point? You'd be like acting instead of performing.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's very true. I still want to be in like a hair metal band, but that still speaks to my personality.
You should
I want to be in a band that's like totally opposite and just like wear weird outfits. Like that might happen at some point.
You got to get that.
It would be weird to be told like what to do.
Yeah.
You got to get like that half perm or whatever they have, like that John Bon Jovi like thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And crush it.
Just crush it.
Yeah, just crush it. Like, don't even worry. Just go out there and crush. Yeah, that's my motto in life right now. Like when something's bothering me, it's like, no man, just crush it. Just go.
Crush it. Yes. I mean, we all have to keep telling ourselves that. Honestly.
Yeah, that's a big thing I've been thinking about is positive self-talk, which I think a lot of music is the exact opposite. Like especially hip hop, which I was pretty into for a while, and I've realized like everybody's just like bringing themselves down, even if they're reminiscing on the bad things they did that they got out of. They're not always pushing it in a good direction. I realize a lot of the bands I like Cold War Kids especially, it's so much about like overcoming things and having fun with it, and like realizing that problems are just a chance to realize what you really want.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a good point though.
That's really cool.
That's really cool. But, you should charge your computer.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's see how it does.
Okay.
You're just like, that's our way out if it gets awkward. We'll just say it died.
Yeah. He's like, shut up.
Well, I don't want to get
to die.
I don't want to get a situation moving this thing around. We got someone.
Yeah.
We'll
if it's on like 3, then like we'll move it around.
It's like a plug.
We'll be fine.
We had one guest who was someone we never met, just a comedian on a podcast that we liked, and it's a live show as well, Kill Tony, which 10 out of 10 recommend. But we'd never met him before. We just Skyped. And he even admitted like 20 minutes in, he's like, I'm not going to lie, guys. I already had a plan about how to get out of this. What excuses to make if you guys were weirdos. And I'm like...
I mean, it's like a date. You have to have that backup plan. Like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Mine is just like, just run. No.
Just run away.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to go for a jog around the block. Text earlier, I got lost.
I'm lost.
That's not true. I've never done that.
I was like, you have to be more creative than that these days.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
It'd be great to watch you just turn around and like jump through that wall behind you.
I don't know. That might hurt me.
And then the video's just sitting there. There's a hole in the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, and I never...
We're just that bad at being interviewed. We're just the worst guests you've ever had.
Yeah. The host makes an excuse.
Technical difficulties.
I don't even know. What would my excuse be?
You could definitely say technical difficulties because you know more about what's going on than we do.
Right.
We got that. We'll help you make up a list.
You'd be surprised about the knowing more about you than you guys. I don't know. I just play it by ear. I was trying.
Well, your headphones are way more official than ours, so you have that going for you.
I think
you're already an authority.
Yeah, we're listening to you.
These are for an Xbox headset, actually. So the microphone plugs in right there, so you can talk shit on Rocket League.
Nice.
Holy shit!
Oh my god.
Yeah. I can't front. I can't front on it.
Yeah.
I also realized drinking a beer is not the best with the carbonation. I drank a Zevia on one episode and burped a lot, but I didn't learn my lesson apparently.
I don't blame you though for wanting a beer.
Yeah, I just ate all this Chinese food too, so I was like, it's time to wash it down with something.
There you go.
They pair well.
So what do you guys got coming up? You doing shows? Are you looking to do a tour? Like, what's the? Oh, I know you're working on the music video. That's not out yet, is it?
It's not out.
No, it's not out yet. I believe it was completed today. Like they did finish like the color grading portion of it. So I'm learning a lot about video. I never knew really anything about film. Like we'd never been part of a real.
And we didn't know how real it was gonna be.
Like they did a like a treatment for it, you know, and all that. And I was kind of familiar with that. And they went location scouting for it. This place called Madbox. Madbox made it above the studio that I worked for.
It's they did such a great job. I did not understand. I thought it was just like, hey, like we're gonna bring a camera and just film some things. And I was like, hey, I have a concert to go to. Do you mind if I like cut out at 4? And then we get there for the first day of filming. I'm like, oh, like you have a van and like a team and like a camera that's hanging off of your shoulders.
Of, like, 10,
like, it was
they hired
so
like
insane.
Actresses and different people involved. There was literally like a guy, just his one job was just to focus the camera, like a focus puller. He would just like look at the monitor and like focus the thing. And like I didn't know what he was doing like all day. Until I asked him the last day, I'm like, what are you doing?
What is your role
He's
here?
like, oh, I'm focusing the camera. I was like, oh my god, like that's a job, like just one dude.
It doesn't autofocus.
And the other guy was just like, moving the camera around, and there was a director, and there was always guys like holding lights and mirrors to like
and
get
fog machines. It was so insane. Needless to say, I was not trying to leave early.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm here for whatever you need.
To do.
Whatever you need.
We're here.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Very cool.
But we're trying to like schedule a show around that release to kind of like build it up and not just throw it up on YouTube and forget about it, because these people worked really hard and it's really awesome that we got to be a part of that and have them even give a shit enough to make it. So we want to like put it out there in terms for them, like their art just as much as it is ours.
Yeah.
So we'll probably put something out on our Instagram or Facebook when we figure that out.
Yeah, probably next month. And then we're shooting for a premiere on, some music website. And then we're going to release a few more singles this year. And then we have an album coming up. So we have enough. We're just at the point where, like, basically we can't do everything that we want to do right now because, like, if it was up to me, like, we would just be making, like, 2 albums a year.
Yeah.
But, there's finances and there's a lot of other people involved, and we kind of are basically our goal right now is to build a team. So we got people that are going to make a music video. We've got a recording studio. We've kind of got marketing, and we're meeting. We're in talks with somebody that wants to help with some of the management side. So we're kind of putting this team in place that will be
to help things
in
run
place
better.
of a record label. So it would do a lot of things that a record label would do, but it would just be a team. And if we can all help each other out and grow this thing without spending a ton of money, we're all just kind of working for each other. And then we're hoping to build long-lasting relationships with these people and just take it as far as we can. So that's sort of the goal.
There's so many steps, though. There's a lot.
There's a ton to do. A ton.
There's so much. It's like I forgot about all that.
Yeah.
And then we got back into it, and I'm like, oh yeah, whoa, merch,
and
like
finances and
merch,
booking,
stickers,
and
posters, websites,
social media posts. Like it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing, but we love it. We love it.
I like that you're looking to do it that way, because I think too many people want to give up control and just give it to a label. They're like, well, I don't want to have to deal with all this stuff. But you realize you don't have to. Like, it's about forming community, and that's what I'm trying to do with my own stuff too. Is like, try to build up like actual friendships and relationships and people around you that you can work with, and your work benefits them, and vice versa. And it's more like a collective than anything. I sound like a communist, but I'm definitely not.
Communist.
No. I'm the opposite of that.
A red chair.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrible. No. It's a problem now. Kill my reputation.
You're like, now that's your excuse to shut it down.
Yeah,
just leave.
Yeah, that's me. Close
figured me out.
Yeah. I'm like, what do they call it? Controlled opposition or something.
But no, it is better to do it as much as you can do on your own.
Yeah.
But it sounds really nice to give up control in some aspects where you're like, just tell me what to do, because it gets to be so tedious. But it is nice to be able to have people on your side and like do it as a collective. Like
definitely depends on the situation.
Sure.
I mean, if someone was going to inject a shitload of money, and they were going, and they wanted some control over it, then we would totally talk about that, But until that happens, or if that doesn't happen, then what other choice do we have? Yeah. We're not going to wait around no one's going to come knocking down the door. So you have to put the team together yourself. But yeah, that's kind of how we're looking at it. And it's taken a long time to build these connections, but it's finally sort of becoming, you kind of like, see over the wall a little bit, like where are we going? So yeah, we're in a good place right now.
That's great. How did the music video come together? Was that your idea, or did a production company approach you, or what was sort of the process?
So this company's called Madbox Made, and they're literally over Red Amp Audio where I work. Mm-hmm. So they work in the same building, and I just approached them and asked them to, I want to get a music video done for Boosie Pop, and they listened to it and they thought it really had like a wide appeal, and they're, basically we're gonna do it for their reel. Oh
wow.
Yeah.
So they're just into it.
They were just totally into it,
yeah.
And it was kind of right place, right time, and they're kind of we're friends and co-workers now. I actually started working for the film studio too. Nice. But yeah, it was kind of just a really good situation, like good timing, I guess, for everybody.
Like
it was
too
gonna be
good.
worth it for everybody, because now they do a lot of things like Virginia Lottery, and they do like, things that will be on commercials where they don't necessarily get to use all of their creative powers because there's someone with money looking over their shoulder. So this was something they were able to do and just be completely creative and completely do what they want to do. And me and Allie were just sitting there with our jaws open.
Yeah,
we weren't saying like, are you sure about that? Or you want to use this lens or this angle? We were just taking part.
Yeah.
Tell us what you want me to do. I'll do it.
So. It was great though. It was such a wild experience.
It was really.
And it takes so much. It's wild. Like you see even like a commercial and then you don't realize how much goes into that.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa. It was impressive.
Yeah, it's really cool.
They just like
So yeah, we lucked out.
Yeah, we lucked out hard.
I mean, that's great though. I mean, when you can have sort of yeah, like a mutual goal, but have different skills and different things you're bringing to the table. That's really, I think, the goal of, just any type of community or business is just, a symbiotic relationship instead of someone trying to make money or exploit somebody or anything. Because I see that in the music industry too much. And kind of, or in Hollywood, I mean, anywhere where there's a lot of money and fame and all that. But I think going like the independent route, because you guys are definitely building up, like, and I think Boosie Pop is such a great song, especially getting a good video paired with it, which it sounds like you guys have. That's going to be huge. And I'll definitely plug the hell out of that on to my 12 followers or whatever.
All right.
Yes, we love all 12 of you.
Yeah. Each one counts.
Get dozens of downloads.
I love that, though.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, I think that's the way to go. Like, just, support people around you instead of people try to shoot for clout or shoot for the stars. And it's like, do you really want that?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's hard. That's like a needle in a haystack kind of situation, too. It's better to, like, build as much as you can on your own.
Yeah. And you got to start somewhere. And you're going to start with your friends and family, and then you finally get a stranger that likes your stuff. And that's like the mind-blowing day.
Yeah.
Where you're like, what? Like, someone that wasn't my friend or my family member, like, was at our show. Like, that was,
other than
I'll never forget that,
come to the show. Like,
it's just insane to me. Like, do you know that person? Like, no, I don't know them either. And you're like, oh my God. That's the coolest thing ever.
Definitely cool.
So each person counts for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. So where are all you guys playing right now?
We're playing at Richmond Music Hall, which is Capitol Ale House, as a duo on Thursday.
We have a show
we're
at
opening for Eric Hutchinson.
Really?
And then, yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
I mean, I've heard his music. I don't know. It's like the
I
same.
personally haven't, so I was like, well, that's good. Your reaction
was
great.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, and I know who he is. So there you go.
The show, but
Sweet.
I mean, we'll be at the show
we'll be
too.
at the show. And then we're playing at the Hoff next weekend. It's sort of like a newer venue. It's called the Dark Room. It's in this building called the Hoff.
What's
which
the
is
full
sort of
name?
newer.
It's Hoff.
The Hoffheimer.
Hoffheimer.
Right? And that's a kind of a newer venue in Richmond, but supposedly a lot of friends that have played there said it's really great. So we're looking forward to that one. We typically play the Camel or Broadberry. But we're just trying to branch out and play as many places as possible because it's been several years. So there's a whole new group of people that have never heard the band, So we're just trying to reach everybody.
And new places too is good.
And new places are always fun. Yeah.
Get a feel for like what's going on in Richmond again.
So that's pretty much. Oh, and we got Floyd Fest.
Oh yeah, we did.
Floyd Fest.
That's so sweet.
So that's pretty exciting. And then we had good gigs booked in April and May and June and stuff. But that's what's coming up soon.
Nice. Sounds like you guys are staying busy, moving forward.
Yes.
Yeah, trying to.
That's the way to go. Got to do something.
The ones in Raleigh. Yeah.
But we don't have our schedule in front of us.
Oh yeah, you got more stuff coming up. It's all good. I can post links to it and all that if you send me anything, and I'll put that under the video and all that.
I was like, can you share it with me because I don't even know the schedule.
Yeah. Can you manage it?
Can you manage it? Actually, I don't know. I need to get more organized now that we're like doing things.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to get like truly organized. So I'm trying to figure out like multiple jobs and like multiple hobbies and wherever different things are gonna go. And I don't know, it's exciting though, being able to jump from one thing to the other and just stay busy. Like that's all I'm trying to do right now, stay busy all the time.
That's what I said today. I was like, today was a really busy day, but it feels really good to be busy. Because I feel like when I'm idle, it's like, oh my gosh, what am I doing?
Yeah, totally. It's so funny how that like switches in your head. Like when you were younger, like all I wanted to do was do nothing. Like Office Space was my favorite movie.
That's a great movie.
I was just like, I want to just do fucking nothing, and I thought that was like the goal of life.
Just to do nothing.
Just to do nothing. Just to chill. I want to smoke weed. I just want to hang out. I don't want to, take anything seriously. And then like some point in my 20s, I was like, that's for fucking losers.
You could smoke.
And I
You
just
didn't
like
do a lot of stuff.
And I just like,
Didn't have a
I'm not
great
saying,
time.
no, well, I'm just saying, you know.
No, I know
like,
what you're saying.
Me personally, like I wasn't smoking weed and getting a lot of things done.
Oh, got it.
I was smoking weed and doing
Absolutely
nothing. So it's like just funny how like when you as you get older or as you move through your 20s, like how that, at least for me, that switch flipped. It was like, no, dude, I want to do as much as possible.
Yeah.
Well, it feels good to have a full schedule.
Yeah, it does.
For me, I get bored easily, though. I need to be, like, active and doing something. Especially here, like, I don't know. I feel like I don't have as many friends as I did because everybody's gone. So I'm like,
yeah, you
help,
spent like 3
stay
or 4
busy,
years
be
away.
my friends.
Yeah.
Someone call
You
me.
gotta start over, making friends.
This is actually a plug for friends
Yeah.
and friendship for me. It's
I'm gonna edit that part out.
He's like, fuck this girl.
Your words, not mine. That's rude. How dare you?
No, I'm just kidding, but seriously. It's friends.
No, I'm on board the friends plug. Yeah, for sure. Like that's the big thing. Like I think there's a lot of times you're looking for connections, like what can I get, and then you realize like you have real friends, people that just care about you. It's like that's the way to go. Especially with common interests, like
people to go do stuff with, even, and not just like get a drink.
No doubt. What just happened?
I just sent you a heart, dude.
Thanks, bro. Is that that's gonna show up? Because I got screen recorder on. No way.
Showed up on.
Hey,
dude,
what's
wow.
up?
Thank you.
Yeah, dude. That's a new for the podcast. We're crushing.
I love it.
Also, I did 2 interviews today, so that's new as well.
Nice, man.
Also,
Like
you're
interviewing people or getting interviewed?
interviewing people.
Oh,
yeah.
got it.
Sweet. This is the 3rd show today for you. This is the 3rd show today.
Second.
Oh, second.
Yeah,
Got it.
but
I see. This is
there's
your
2.
kind of the second one.
Yeah, but there's 2 guests, so it's sort of like I don't think I've ever had 2 guests at the same time. Actually, yeah. So that's another first.
2 guests, 1 Micah.
There we go.
Yes. One Micah. 2 headphones.
There you go. You wrote the new jingle.
That's your new jingle.
I'll probably have to pay for that one. That's a good one, though. I'll send you royalties from my... Actually, I don't have ad revenue. I don't put ads on. So you get nothing.
Our gift.
You get nothing.
I'll copy and paste if there's any nice comments and like send them to you.
Thank you.
No problem.
It's worth it.
I don't know if you guys were almost to 45 minutes. If you want to hang out, obviously that's cool. But if you got rehearsal to do, I never like to keep people longer than they want to do.
I mean, unless you have any like pressing questions or anything you want to.
Yeah. We're all right for a few more minutes.
Yeah.
Sweet. We'll go a couple minutes. I'll have to think. Okay. All right. I'll go with some.
Don't put you on the spot there.
No. All right.
He's like,
all
shit.
right.
Fuck.
Right. No, I got this one. This is a good one.
Okay.
What is your favorite tarantula?
Oh man, none of them, because I'm so scared of spiders and I hate them. You have a favorite?
I mean, I don't. I was just seeing if you did.
Oh, I was like,
I don't like tarantulas.
my favorite is like a dead one, unfortunately.
Probably one that's very far away.
Yeah, one that's very far. One that's not in Virginia.
I lied. I do have a favorite. The one from Home Alone. That's my favorite tarantula.
Oh, what's his brother's name? Whose tarantula it is? He's got a weird name. It's like Buddy.
Yeah,
or
Buzz.
Buzz.
Buzz's girlfriend.
He's Kevin.
He's Kevin.
McAllister.
Kevin McAllister.
That's like the best movie ever.
You about like
great.
how every person's a dick in that family?
Probably.
Some,
'Cause
like,
they are.
Like YouTube breakdown about the McAllisters and how they're all
It should be like a
assholes.
compilation because they're just none of them says anything nice. Remember the uncle? He's like, "Look what you did, you little jerk!"
What you did, you little shit.
Like he spilled soda on a pizza.
There's
It's
so
like
many classic lines. Who directed that movie?
it's a classic movie. Macaulay Culkin. He was the
definitely
youngest
did not.
director ever.
Who was it? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Director.
8-year-old director, dude. That's why he got so famous so fast. He was incredible.
Yeah, he was directing Pesci.
Yeah.
And what a talented kid.
Snakes.
What a
I don't know
star.
snakes. It's like one of my favorite lines.
Who was it?
Great.
It's the same guy who did Breakfast Club. What's his name?
Oh, really? Oof,
Who directed it? I can't think of his name right now. I totally know who he is, but also I don't. So there you go.
There we go. I was like, I think I have Breakfast Club in my VHS collection. That's not too far away from our faces, but can't see from here.
It's all good. We never source anything on here. I just wing it. That's the way to go.
Oh yeah.
There you
Right.
go.
Yeah. I figure if you can't get through an interview, like based on what you know about people and what you're talking about, then you probably shouldn't be talking to them. If you gotta like, be like,
Yeah.
what's my next question? And I'm not really interested, but here's this.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. I know. I feel like I would not like to interview people. I just went to an interview for like a job earlier, and I was like put on the spot with the questions, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it was making my heart race a little bit. But
What's
then,
your
like,
biggest weakness?
what is that Michael Scott? Like, he in The Office.
What's his answer?
I don't know. I forget. He's like, I'm too good or something.
Too compassionate.
Yeah, he's like, I just care too much or something. He made himself look good. That show is so funny.
I feel like you're just fucking with people when you ask stuff like that.
What's your biggest weakness?
You're like, what?
Why do you want to know my shortcomings? You're going to see them on the first day of work. Like, why do you need to know it in advance?
Yeah.
You're going to figure it out. I
Supposed to hide this from you
promise.
For 6 months.
Yeah, I'm going to hide this until I'm officially employed,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to show you. No, I'm just kidding.
You should just say that's for me to know and you to find out. Dude, I'd give someone the job if they said that.
Hi.
Yeah, no doubt.
That would be perfect.
Anyways, thanks for joining me, guys. I'll let you get going. Now you got to do rehearsal. Got all those shows coming up. This was awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you. This was so
Thanks,
fun.
man. This was a ton of fun.
I will do this again.
And we're at 3% battery, dude. So great time.
Great
Perfect
time.
timing. Awesome. Well, everybody, that's the Northerners.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, wave again.
All right, peace. All right, we're out.